Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 19 of It's Morphin' Time podcast. We have it lit tonight for you. This podcast is brought to you by Zion, the Paradise for Gamers, Geeks, and Nerds alike. Also, it is brought to you by Epicon 2017. We will be live doing another podcast for Epicon. As always, I am the host with the most, the one and only Magma Cleric.
And as always, folks, this podcast is brought to you by Nightmare Inc. Let us do your promotions for you. Nightmare Inc., as always. You know, this is your friendly neighborhood admin, a.k.a. Talos Gundam. Yes, we lit tonight, folks. We lit.
And of course, for all your merchandise for It's Morphin' Time podcast, go to TeePublic, where we have shirts, coasters, iPhone, and smartphone cases, along with posters. And I am the newly sickened Eric the Wild Red Ranger. I am just coming back from a cold. This is going to be fucking great for me. Still going to bring the energy. Just pardon my sniffling and nose blowing.
Alrighty. So with that being said, it is time to kick this podcast off. How are we going to kick it off? Kind of a bad way, because we haven't had one since episode 3. We have a scumbag ranger seller of eBay.
Or as most people commonly call them, scalpers.
Scalpers, yes. Okay, so in the past, it was actually, I think 2 years ago, a guy was selling his all of his Mighty Morphin Power Rangers stuff, all in boxes, including action figures, and he had it all the way up to the 3rd season. Every box, everything was up to the 3rd season. And then on eBay looking for Megazords, and I come across that same seller. And that same seller, I come across a guy who is taking that picture of that glorious picture of all those boxed Mighty Morphin Power Ranger action figures and swords and play sets, everything he had, and is selling them for $500,000 and saying that this is not the same sale that the guy 2 years ago had on. All new stuff. And when you kind of say
$500,000.
Yeah, when you kind of say that, you look a little bad. When you say that it's not the same stuff from the 2 years ago sale. Yeah, dude, you're using the exact same photo and taking and saying that you are selling all these when it's the exact same photo. You can even see, you can go back and you can look, and the guy's kid is actually, like, you can see part of the guy's kid in the photograph. And he goes out of his way and say, yeah, that's my 4-year-old daughter in the picture. She loves Power Rangers too, but I got to sell this because of medical bills. It's the exact same daughter. The exact same daughter in the picture. And it's just, okay. So, I thought we could, get away from that, because the last person we had as a scumbag seller of eBay was the guy that was trying to get $50,000 or $10,000 for the limited edition black and gold Dragon Dagger, which we can't get Melvin started back on. Gundam started back on that one. He recently just can't calm down from that one. But It's just the fact that you're taking somebody else's stuff. They've already sold, and they sold it for like I believe they sold it for $25,000 because it did sell. He put it in auction for about $2,000, and it jumped up to 25,000 real fast.
With the auction, that kind of is more what people are willing to pay instead of the price someone's putting it at.
Right. And the guy the way he's putting it out is like he has all this stuff. I guarantee you, if he sat there and said you gave him $500,000, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, I love Mighty Morphin to death, but there's not a Mighty Morphin Megazord from the 90s or anything like that is remotely close to $500,000.
Yeah, that's. I'm trying to wrap my head around too, like the reason for it being $500,000. It's just that okay. How much? Because it has to be real expensive and a lot of real expensive stuff. I don't think that's possible with what I'm imagining like his stuff is. I mean, even like mint in the box stuff, I have a hard time understanding $500,000. That's that like they better be made of solid gold.
Right. I mean, I know Gundam is in the back quiet because he's trying to keep his rage down. Because last time we had a scumbag seller on here, he blew up that scumbag seller. So, Gundam,
what's up?
what is your please don't blow up this scumbag seller. We can't afford to pay that lawsuit off again. What is your thoughts on this scumbag seller?
Same thing as before, except I'm just not gonna cuss with it this time. I'm just saying like it is like that's really, really stupid. Especially on the whole Power Ranger tip. Like, why? Why are you trying to scam on Power Ranger clothing? I mean, not Power Ranger clothing. I'm sorry, Power Ranger stuff. Why are you? Why would you do that? That's just by far so stupid. You want to scam a person, and like I say, it's annoying. It really is. I'm sorry, it's annoying. It really is annoying.
You better be lucky that dude. You got off pretty easy from Gundam because that last guy, he's still pulling his head up from his ass.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to be cordial. It's just okay. It was That's something I hate. Like on anything, scamming of any kind is stupid.
It is really stupid. And hello, my love. I love you. I see you there. But yeah, I mean,
I'll be curious. Like, I want to actually try to find someone to appraise all that stuff to find out approximately how much it would really be worth.
Hey Jay, welcome to the show. But yeah, it's just, it's not even the fact. I mean, yes, if you have a 93 Megazord, Dragonzord, and Titanus in a box, and it's mint, it's possibly $1,200 right there in your pocket. And this guy's got to think. This guy only started off his auction 2 years ago at $2,000, and for it to skyrocket to $25,000, which was by that's how an auction works. He didn't start off scamming people. He started off at a reasonable price, and then it gradually just built up and built up and built up and built up. and it was just to the point that it was, you know, he paid off his medical bills. Let's put it that way. He paid off his medical bills.
But doesn't that also kind of paint a picture about the fans that they're willing to raise it from 2,000 to what was it, like 250,000? Was I the auction? You said
it was just 25,000. It didn't get up that high. It was just 25.
That's still a pretty impressive increase, though, because that's like like a good 200% increase.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that does say that they're willing to pay a lot of money for this memorabilia, so to say.
Right, and and that's decent, but sorry, dude. I can't. I think your name was Austin, Texas, 9822. Dude, you are the scumbag seller. Oh, week.
And a person with a very generic username, too.
Yeah, very generic. All right, we're going to move on to our next one, which is I've been dying to get my fangs into on this one. All my magma squirrels are in the back, and they're ready to get their fangs sunk into this one as well.
How many magma squirrels do you have?
Armies. I have armies of magma squirrels, okay?
And your house hasn't burned down yet?
Just like Gundam has fucking garages full of Gundams
and
all over the place.
Previously
but we can't talk
Space
about
Station, well, formerly manned Space Station, I should say. And I'm still working on my army of undead Vikings, which is going very slow.
Right. So the topic that I've been wanting to get on is which Megazord made the best first entrance? The very first time you ever see this Megazord come together. And Gundam, why don't you start off since you've been so quiet here lately?
Hold up, I'm sorry. Say that again. I'm listening between y'all and two other people. I'm sorry. My apologies. Say that one more time for me.
What Megazord had the best first impression? Like made the best when it first came together? Which one had the best opening scene? Basically.
To me, the one that had the best opening was I have to give it to Manticore Megazord. Like Manticore Megazord, basically to me had the best opening above all of them.
Though I'm not a fan of Manticore, I will give you that. Like it did have a nice lead up.
I mean, that's like I said, that's just to me though. That's just to me. So, like like.
All right, Eric, what is your favorite Megazord interest?
Well, this is kind of a tough one for me because I kind of don't put a lot of interest into the Megazords themselves. I mean, they are cool, but for me, it's always kind of the Rangers that bring it. But I kind of want to say the Kongazord, because in Wild Force that was a big thing where it's like we can't use our strong types because we don't have enough power. We need to get a core that can maintain it, and they get the Gorilla and they get the Kongazord formation then.
Okay. That's a pretty good one. I would have to go for the very first time, and it really did impress me. It just beat out the original Megazords very first transformation, very first time we see the original Megazord. And that is the Super Mega Force Megazord. When he's on the moon and they all come together and you see the sun right behind him and he lifts up the hat, that shit was dope. Even though that was from Gokaiger's, that shit was the dope. Pirate flag flying in the background.
Which I have something to say about from what I heard going from Megaforce to Super Megaforce, but we'll save that for when we go talk about it.
Yes. Oh my God. You know, just that scene alone enough to sit there and go, wow, that Megazord's about to do damage. That Megazord is going to do so much damage. He's going to do it in a cool way. And it's just, boom, mind-blowing. Mind freaking blowing. And, well, honorable mention, because I'm going to throw this out here. Super Train Megazord.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God! When it came up from the ground and it just shot up through the city, up into the air, it was flying around, and then like a fucking badass train, it just slams into the ground, and you just see it stop, and you see the sun hit it, and it's shiny, and the camera just goes from one engine to the next.
Yeah, Japan, you really love your trains.
Ooh, I do love my trains. Choo choo, motherfucker. Isn't that what
Japan, not you. Then again, you know, we had an entire season of Sentai based on trains, which we never got brought over here, which, to be honest, I'm happy of seeing some of Tokyo.
Salty, sir. I am salty.
I'm salty we didn't get Go Buster, actually.
Yeah, Go Buster. That would have been awesome to see.
Especially making it like a continuation of the RPM universe.
Continuation of how Gundam was talking about of Lost Galaxies. All right, so now we move on to quick thing before we move on to our next topic. I just want to inform everybody, well, this mainly goes out to all of our audio listeners. I've been getting some complaints on our, app and stuff that we put our podcast on. I am so sorry, guys, that we currently do not have the device to transfer video podcasts onto that to make them audio and put them onto the podcast. So again, guys, from Magma, Cleric, obviously Eric the Red, and Gundam, we are sorry for this misfortune. But once we get the device up and going again, guarantee you guys will get hit with like 3 or 4 episodes, maybe 3.
Yeah, you guys, You'll know. We'll probably put on our page that we got the device. We got a replacement device, and we'll have them up soon.
Because we do recognize that we do have fans that like to plug us into the auxiliary cord and listen to us while they're going to work or put their headphones in and do other stuff around the house or whatever you guys do when you listen to podcasts, and we understand that, and we are diligently working as hard as we can. And I just recently remembered this. We have 3 announcements, and here is the first big announcement. We are going to be available. Listen up, all our iPhone users, all of our iPhone people, and Gundam better get hyped, because be on iTunes very shortly. I am working with a person right now who has an iPhone, and he's going to upload our stuff onto iTunes page. And unlike iTunes, you can either pay for it or you can get it for free. We would rather you pay for it, get us more equipment, better equipment, and have us all
because as you can tell from Magma Cleric's like fuzzy screen and probably mine, we need it.
desperately.
And also, we would like to try to get a webcam so we could do these not just on Hangout, but actually have audio and video of us together.
Yes, yes. So guys, please, that is possibly coming out next month, possibly. But like I said, I am working with the guy that's got an iPhone, and he is going to be uploading it to the iPhone store, the iTunes. Called iTunes, the iTunes store, and we will definitely be hitting it up on both Android side and iPhone side. So guys, you guys are awesome. Without you guys, this wouldn't have been possible.
Yeah, I'm actually amazed to made it this far. I didn't have a lot of expectations going in, but I'm amazed that we're going to be making it to hopefully 20 and more episodes down the line.
So yes, again, guys, look for our episodes on iTunes. You can either purchase them or you can get them for free. I hope you purchase them, because getting them for free is unless you got that free iPhone app. But we would rather you get it, buy it, so we can get more equipment and get better quality stuff to you guys. Being said, the next topic is you guys loved when we did, obviously on our page, we have Godzilla versus Daijujin right now. And I'm pretty sure Gundam has shared that out to his other pages. And I'm pretty sure it's getting heated over there. So what's it like on your end, Gundam, with that Godzilla Daijujin debate?
The Godzilla versus Daijujin debate actually wasn't heated. It's one-sided.
Oh, really?
I'm just going to take a stab in the dark and say it's onto Daijujin, isn't it?
No. Like, most people who watch it, who watched Mighty Morphin growing up, or even watched any kind of Power Rangers or Super Sentai, and have even watched Godzilla even say it as is. Hey, yeah, Godzilla wins hands down. So like it's all one side. Everybody's voting. Everybody's saying, yeah, Godzilla wins that. That's nothing.
Yeah, I kind of thought so. I was like, when I saw that, I was myself thinking Godzilla's going to win.
I got some Super Sentai fans that are like, they don't know which way to go for because they love Godzilla, but at the same time, it's Daijujin, not the American Megazord.
You can love something, but himself. You can love something, but still admit that it will lose.
Right. Just like there's one guy quoted Team 4 Stars Vegeta from the Brawley. He said Godzilla looks up at Daijujin and says, no, Daijujin looks down at Godzilla and says, "What is a king to a god?" And then Godzilla looks up at him and says, "What is a god to a non-believer?" And then stomps him in the ground. So, there's some Sentai fans out there that are like, it's Godzilla, the god of all Megazords.
The god of all Megazords, who, from what I understand, is a bit of a punk.
He is a bit of a punk. So this next topic is we are excluding no Godzilla, no Daijujin. Those two are out of the way. what kaiju, aka giant monster, would be best matched up with what Megazord from Power Rangers? And Eric, why don't you take it away?
You got jokes there, buddy. You got jokes. You guys thought I was a noob starting out with Power Rangers? I'm worse with kaiju. I know almost nothing aside from some.
Go ahead, Devin.
And I can't even like pair them up with any other Megazords at all. So thinking about it a bit, I actually just for the fun of it, Mecha King Ghidorah versus the RPM Ultra Zord.
And RPM Ultra Zord falls.
I don't care. I honestly don't care.
I know. I'm just saying. And
as I said, I have no experience with kaiju at all. So this is just kind of like I just want to see like it being animated
okay.
out.
Before we get into this, I'm sorry to all the fans. I know we're gonna do this for fun, but I have to say it like it is because I've been a kaiju fan longer than I have been a Power Rangers fan, longer than I've been a Super Sentai head. I know kaiju, and I can honestly tell you, no mech stands unless you are a Gundam class mech. Nothing in Super Sentai stands up to kaiju. All kaiju at any form, whether they're small or in the current large, they lose. They get destroyed. They're like most of the mechs aren't even as big as some of the kaiju. Case in point, the three major, and I put it as the three major, which is Godzilla, Ghidorah, and Rodan. Most mechs aren't most Zords aren't even as big as them. They barely come up to.
They're like just above the Power Ranger Zord is just above most of the buildings. Where you have Godzilla is towering above them. Like I don't expect any Zord to really go against the kaiju and win. At this point, I'm starting to think the Power Ranger Zords are actually pretty weak because the original Zord got beat out by what's the name?
Dragon Zord?
Voltron.
Yeah.
Voltron.
And I'm pretty sure against the Gundam, which are militarized mech suits that are specially designed to go against armies, Zord isn't probably going to be well equipped for that. And like, there's no way they can stand up against a kaiju.
Yeah, Zord. I mean, Gundams barely stand up to kaiju. You have to be almost a main protagonist Gundam to the point where you stand up to.
And that's mainly just plot armor keeping you alive.
Yeah, just it. So.
Well, see, I like your RPM Ultra Zord versus Mecha King Ghidorah. Because let me put you this way.
Yeah.
RPM is going to overpower Mecha Ghidorah because it took 3 kaijus to do that. And one of them was a giant moth, and the other one was Rodan. Basically, Godzilla was the heavy hitter in that fight, and you have heavy hitters on the RPM Ultra Megazord, and then you have the quick ones that hit you.
Okay, let me debate this. Let me debate this for you. Let me debate this for you real quick and tell you why your fantasy does not exist. RPM. Okay, first off, since I'm sitting over here with another head of Toku, let me tell you point blank. Unless it's Ultraman level, you're not touching any kaiju. Because Ultraman fight kaiju on day-to-day basis. They fight them every day of the week.
Well,
they grow to the size of kaiju. They grow to the size of kaiju. Not only that, before we get back off that, let me explain to you what happened in that fight. Did you not see what happened to Mothra? Mothra died. Mothra was the mystic heavy hitter. She went against Ghidorah long before. And the thing is, like she's fought and protected the earth for so long. Okay, Mothra can't handle that. So of course, Mothra's going to die. Mothra died sealing uh Ghidorah and Godzilla together. And that still didn't work for either one of them because both broke out. Yeah. And yeah, like and as Devin is saying over here too, her son's the current Mothra. But yeah, but coming now, you have Rodan. Rodan, as much as I love Rodan can't even be in Firebird mode and still take out Ghidorah by himself. Rodan can't touch him. Godzilla.
Godzilla's the heavy hitter. That's what I was
Like Godzilla's
Yeah,
the only one that
star.
doesn't need help. Like Godzilla's the only one that doesn't need help fighting Ghidorah or anybody for that matter, because Godzilla is basically, I'm gonna put it in anime terms. Godzilla would be your Saiyan. Godzilla and Ghidorah would be your two Saiyans because every time they fight, as long as they can live and breathe and regenerate, they're going to get stronger. Those two, above all else, will get stronger every time, and they'll go head to head, clash. They're meant to fight. It's like Goku and Vegeta, the yin and the yang. They have to fight. There is nothing that stops. But RPM, I love RPM. I love RPM to the fullest because of some of the stuff that they have. However, there is nothing RPM has that
there'd be nothing in their arsenals that would be able to take down.
Their arsenal is not heavy hitting. It cannot take down that. Until you can tell me, hey, a Megazord, an Ultrazord can take down a Gundam, it won't happen. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure even like the two kind of, I guess, debatably toughest Power Rangers teams, Super Mega Force and Zeo, still probably wouldn't be able to put a fight against you got the giant monster. You know what I mean? I'm drawing a blank for the main.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, they get stomped. Like they don't even match up to. This is Marcus. They don't match up. They don't match up even on size level. Like they get stomped. You can't even bring Kaiju from Pacific Rim and say, "Hey, yeah, they're going to have a chance." Nah, bruh. I'm sorry, Marcus. I'm a Power Ranger fan with you, but the original Kaiju are well above Category 5 Kaiju in Pacific Rim. And Category 5 Kaiju in Pacific Rim already stomp out Megazords.
Now, hold on, because I got to defend the Megazords here. Because, okay, I can understand that. I can understand Kaiju.
You really, like,
No.
really, like, they're in a league of their own, okay?
No, okay. So let me explain something, because we're gonna get a lot of heat if I don't throw this out.
No. I actually looked up on YouTube. Jaegers aren't bigger than Gundam. They're bigger than some mobile suits, but they're not bigger than
and they have to.
Jaegers are bigger than some Megazords. That's why I say like the Kaiju from them. But continue, Mark. I'm sorry, because like I told you, I'm having two conversations.
But no, I have to explain that, because if we don't, our fans will be like, well, they fight Kaiju all the time. They even say it in Sentai that they fight Kaiju. And let's put it this way. And
they would fight,
before Zoo Rangers, they fought Kaiju.
Yeah, I'm going to put it like this. In the category that they have out now, which is an easy category to kind of classify it, Megazords fight Category 1 through Category 3. Yeah, they fight Daikaiju. They fight Daikaiju. What's called Daikaiju. Like, yeah. So they fight those of a kaiju. Now, when you're talking about the kaiju of legend, you're talking about monsters that have been around since been around. Like the gigantics, nah, they're not touching them. They're not even seeing them on a day-to-day basis. Like when they come out and they show up,
We
most
go
people
with
running
1938 Godzilla. The original OG Godzilla, from the 1938s that, was the same size as a building, but, he eventually grew up to be big badass Godzilla,
I know he still just wrecked the town. He wrecked everything, and tanks, even like the modern military time, could stop him.
That's the thing. Megazords are giant-sized robots, right? Some of them are the size of buildings. Some of them are, tower over the city themselves. Why the hell? And this is, I'm a big Power Ranger fan. Everybody knows this. How the hell do they not destroy a single damn building? But Monster Man can swing his arm like twice and destroy a half a block. But the same size robot who is sometimes bulkier than the damn monster is a fucking ballerina in the fucking city.
I'm pretty sure after a point in Power Rangers, they're just like, we have these giant monsters that come around. Maybe we should space out our city so that there's walking room for at least the good guys.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
So, my kaiju versus Megazord that I think would be the best matchup. I'm going to go ahead and throw the one away that everybody has been asking me about. I'm not doing the Mecha Godzilla versus Dragon Zord because apparently that's on the list for Death Battle.
Oh my God, I would probably kill somebody whoever asked that. Whoever asked that question, I'm sorry. You may be a fan and everything, but you would catch the longest Kai blast. I swear to God, because that makes no sense. Oh my God! First of all, Mecha Godzilla and Dragon Zord are the same thing.
Exactly.
Same thing. Even when they change the design, they're the same thing. There's nothing different between them. Oh yeah, maybe Mechagodzilla 2 when they added a couple of other features like its own flight mode and Dragon Zord with the whole freaking thing of hey, yeah, I can transform into a battle robot, but that doesn't mean shit. Fuck the bullshit. Whoever asked that question can catch the longest note. So in the words I usually use, man, fuck that.
To be
okay, but that's not
in that battle defense. It's not the dumbest shit they've ever done. Okay,
it's not. You're right. It's not the dumbest shit they ever done. But at the same time, that's like saying, "Hey, let's take the Tiger Zord and let's take Dragon Zord, combine them together, and then try to take them and fight against Godzilla, fight against Shin Godzilla himself." The fuck you mean? That's a waste. He has lasers. Then as soon as you hit him, he blows the fuck up and regenerates. You just die. He's a walking fucking nuke. Bullshit. I'm gonna salute you as you walk away from it.
Versus Megazord that I think would be
we own right now.
That I think would be a good matchup is two of them. Make it a tag team.
Yeah, I know it's huge. I know that one's huge. I'm just saying, okay, I'm sorry. Let me hit it for the fans real quick. Yes, that like Devin said, because I neglected to mention there is a Mecha Godzilla that is just as large as some of the other Godzilla. Reason being because it has a Godzilla skeleton actually underneath the metal.
That's from the 2000s era. That's the newest Mecha Godzilla.
Yes. But you know, I'm gonna throw him in there. I'm sorry, I'm gonna throw him in there.
It's
But
actually no longer called Mechagodzilla. Well, that one they're calling him Kiru. I
yeah,
believe that's how you
but
pronounce it.
in truthfully, okay, what he really is just a Shin Mecha Godzilla. That's really the Shin version of Mecha Godzilla. That's the ultimate version of Mecha Godzilla. That's that. Okay, hey, yeah, I can blow you out the fucking water. That's that one. But guess what? What the fuck am I going to compare him for? That's the reason why. Once again, I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. I'm gonna say it to anybody. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I'm just gonna tell you up front. Please, under no circumstances do you try to put a fucking Zord to a goddamn kaiju. Because guess what? You lose. If you are a fanboy, please understand what you're being a fan of and understand your limitations. Cause when you try to step out of your motherfucking realm and try to step into the multiverse when your shit is not ready for the fucking multiverse, guess what? You get your ass handed to you and you get sent back with a note to your parents that said, don't send him back here no more. Don't do that dumb shit again.
Unless you're Oculus, the little spiked fucking triceratops looking motherfucker that gets stomped on by everybody, including Mothra.
No, reason being why Angus does that. Reason being why Angus gets quote unquote supposedly stomped out by everybody, which he doesn't. The only reason why that happens is because Angus is old in the older ones. If you see the new one, if you see his new movie, that's young Angus. That's the one that was protecting the world before Godzilla showed up, before they decided to create Godzilla. That motherfucker there is broken. He's super broken. If he gets into a ball form, he's invincible. You can't touch him. That's why I say once again, please, people, do your fucking research. I'm sorry. My bad. Nope. Bad Melvin. I'm going back over here. I'm going back in my corner. I'm not saying that.
My tag team match, because I gotta make it a tag team match. One's on Earth, one's in space. Space Godzilla, the Astro Megazord with sword and shield, and on Earth is Rodan versus the Dragio sword from Dino Thunder. Be honest, I can see Space Godzilla getting past Astro Megazord, but and I'm going with old Rodan because I know all these new kaiju movies that have been coming out, they've been getting like super duper power boost. So I'm going with original Rodan. I say original Rodan goes down to the Dragio sword.
You have anything to say there, Carlos?
Hold on for a second. Hold on. Just give me a minute. Give me a moment.
You did this on purpose, Magma.
All right. Now we're gonna start this again. Let me make sure I hear this again. Did you just say Space Godzilla versus
the Astro Ship
Megazord, and who else?
And old Rodan, not the one from these new movies where he's getting like power-ups.
Okay, old Rodan versus who?
Versus Dragio sword from the Right Dino Thunders.
Okay, let me go ahead and hurt your feelings here real quick. Space Godzilla versus Astro Megazord. Space Godzilla kills this damn thing. It'll chew him apart, and then it's going to Earth, and it's going to help Rodan first before it kills Rodan. Let me put this into you into a format. Even though Rodan is not going to need no goddamn help, because you put Rodan against Drago Megazord from Dino Thunder. Regular Rodan could still go Firebird mode.
I don't think he could go Firebird mode into the new.
Oh, he could go Firebird mode. That's not new. That is not new. That is nothing new. Oh, that is nothing new. That is nothing new. I'm gonna say this again. Putting a Megazord, putting a Zord of any kind against any kaiju is game over for the Megazord. So let's go ahead and try this again. Let's go ahead and try this again. I'm going to say this out loud one more time so all these fans of us here at this Morphin Time podcast will understand. When it comes to stepping out of your own fucking universe to try to fight something else, please and foremost understand your powers and abilities, because guess what? There's bigger, badder shit than you. This shit will wipe the fucking floor with you, and it will not care. It will rip your heart out and walk on to this next challenge.
I do got a question for you. I got a question for you.
Ask away. Ask.
Voltron beat the Megazord.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Fights Space Beast all of the fucking time. And like these motherfuckers are like badass. I can start a black hole shit, right?
Uh-huh.
Would Voltron be able to handle Space Godzilla?
Would Voltron be able to handle? Would Voltron be able to handle Space Godzilla? Yes, barely. Reason being is because Space Godzilla is one of the few creatures in kaiju that is on the multiverse level. So that's on, and Voltron is on multiverse level. That's the reason why I said it's going to be a bare, it's going to be a bare chance, because Space Godzilla has besides the regular blasts, it has lightning, which it doesn't. Which if it sets the crystals up on any planet that it's on, and he's infinitely strong, he will never lose power. You have to destroy the crystal, and then what he's going to do is he's just going to continuously blast with lightning, and he's going to break apart Voltron. That's the reason why I'm telling you, like it's nothing. Kaiju have evolved to counteract everything they were killed by. Every time they die, another one is born in its place.
So they're kind of like the doomsday of giant monsters.
Exactly. Every time they die,
except you don't have one, you have an entire species of them.
Yep.
Yep, but pretty much. Unless they're killed by Godzilla themselves, they usually, if they're not by the matter, then they come back. But if they're killed by Godzilla, 9 times out of 10,
they're not coming. The next, they won't. They'll be dead. They'll be dead for a good while.
Alien revives them.
Yep. Basically, what happens is, like I said, it's basically with anything. This is basically truth for anything of this kind of nature, not just really kaiju, but even with Super Sentai, even with anime, if it's not killed by the true antagonist, like it's gonna come back. If it's killed by that, then yeah, it takes a while, but for the most part, it's just gonna come back. So yeah.
Right. All right, so our next topic after this heated one, because we already know what Gundam's view on this is that there is no kaiju that would go up against no Megazord that could go up against the kaiju. Excuse me. So the next topic on here is our second announcement tonight. Episode 20. Guys, we have hit 2 tens. 20 podcast. You can go to our Facebook page. We will soon have a Twitter page. You can reach us out on YouTube, or you can reach one of us on our personal pages. The fans have been so awesome throughout this entire thing that we've reached over 100 listeners through our app, on Facebook, and on YouTube. You know, So we're giving back to you guys. Episode 20, you guys will get to pick all of our topics that we have to talk about. Whether they're serious, whether they're jokes, whether they're perverted, whether they're non-perverted. You guys get to pick our topics that we have to talk about.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And then the very next one, episode 21, our podcast will be able to drink. It will hit the final age. And we are finally going to give you guys what we've been saying. I don't know how Gundam and the Viking are going to feel, but one is going to be fast. We are going to have the very drunk podcast where if we get an answer wrong on the Power Ranger trivia game, we have to take a shot. And if you get it right, you take 2 shots. If you get it right, you take 1 shot. So basically, we're going to get fucked up.
Let's see here. I'm not gonna have a liver after that.
No,
I'm gonna need surgery to get a mechanical liver after that because mine's gonna be dead.
right.
If any of you know necromancy, I might have to call your services for episode 22.
So episode 20 is our fan appreciation. So we each are gonna take a little bit of time before we get to y'all's topics on that episode, just to give you guys a thank you, just to let you guys know how much we really care about your fan support. The fans of Magma Cleric, the fans of the Viking, and most definitely, because you guys are the loudest, the fans of Gundam. Gundam's fans are literally the loudest ones out of them all.
Well, he is kind of the loudest, which.
So I don't know what he gives Gundam. What are you giving your fans?
What am I giving my fans? I have to think about it. I have to think.
Because they are the loudest ones out of all three of all of them. All right, so we are moving on to our next topic, which is the Mystic Force. I had a whole setup and a whole gag with this and left the Morpher. My nephew has the Mystic Force Morpher, and I left it.
Ha!
Yep. All right, so Mystic Force. One of Vikings' very favorite seasons. So
even though everyone hates it, it seems like no one likes it, except for a few people. I
like Mystic. Don't get me wrong. I like Mystic Force. I just don't like certain aspects. I just don't like certain aspects of freaking Magi Ranger. I don't like certain aspects of both of them because guess what? To me, it's basically, hey, we're gonna win with magic and rainbows. Yay! Fuck that. I'm sorry. That's
I think Magic Ranger goes. I think Magic Ranger goes with that more than Mystic Force does.
Nah. Mystic Force. Oh, hey, look. Guess what our mascot is? It's a fucking cat. It's a cat that appears out of fucking smoke. Hey, look what I'm hiding in my hands. A Megazord. Fuck that shit.
Even though that was done in the Sentai first, they reused that footage.
Genji can suck the longest note. That's what the fuck he can do.
Hey, Magic Ranger had an entire song and dance sequence when he came back, a la Aladdin, Friend Like Me.
Try to separate you.
You want me to bring the song? I will bring the song from Magic Ranger. I still think that's the bad version.
Man, Genji is bullshit. Genji is fucking bullshit. Mind you. Genji was he was on the nip a little bit.
Of course, had a better mentor who actually lasted.
Let me say this to two people that's over here right now. Let me say it's 2 people over here right now. Fuck that. Gingy was not on the nip just a little bit. That bitch was on the nip all day, every day. Every time he came to work, oh, I'm here at this bullshit. Let me get high just a tad bit.
I'm pretty
Gingy
sure
came,
Smokey was high too.
he was. Smokey was high all the time. I don't want to be here. Why I want to be here? I don't want to be here. It's a job. Makes no goddamn sense. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Look, I understand. Marcus, you want to discuss this shit? Go ahead. Sorry for cussing. Y'all want to discuss this ish? Go ahead. Go ahead and discuss it. Cause guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell you every time it's brought up today, every time it's brought up tonight. Look, I don't care. I'm gonna tell how garbage it is. It is garbage. It is straight synonymous garbage. It is garbage. Oh, hey, one side of this, we only learn spells once every few weeks. Other side of this, hey,
Other side, we learn a spell every episode. We have to have the last couple minutes of the show explain what it was, even though they only use it one time.
Exactly.
One time is always a spell that you know what it is the second you see it.
Oh yeah, hey, guess what? We only use it once. Why didn't you use it again?
And
It was useless. It was useless the next episode. Oh fuck that. See, you know what?
Okay, Magma, begin the discussion of Mystic Force, because we're it's gonna be a back and forth between me and Talos at this point.
Oh, I gotta get Genji'd up for this.
Don't you be smoked up?
Stab you, Marcus. I'm going to stab you. The fans are going to lose. If you're in the business of being a podcast host, please let us know, because we're about to lose one.
Well, at this rate, we would have lost all three and would have had gone with complete Power Ranger new show style.
Okay, Mystic Force was the Disney show that they put effort into advertising. They put effort into making sure it was on a decent time, because after this, Disney stopped caring, because Mystic Force didn't bring in the ratings that they wanted. In fact, Power Rangers hasn't been bringing in the ratings since Disney took over at the end, towards the end of Wild Force. Because yes, Disney took over at the end of towards the end of Wild Force. But that was one of the Power Rangers' high peak. Got it. Ninja Storm hit. Dino Thunder hit. SPD kind of got it back up a little bit. Then Mystic Force brought it back down, and it was Disney tried to heavy advertise this show and put it everywhere and try to get those ratings back up. That because SPD is currently the highest Disney rated Power Ranger. When Power Rangers was under Disney, SPD is the highest rated one that they have. Mystic Force, it brought it down, so that's why Jungle Fury, Operation Overdrive, and RPM, because they tried to wrap up Operation Overdrive, and that we'll get to that one. Trust me.
I have words about how some of these seasons were treated.
And then RPM.
Salt.
and then RPM, they just said fuck it, and it was done with RPM. They tried to kill our Power Rangers with RPM by showing it at like 5 and 6 in the morning, and not advertising it, and putting it on the weakest. Because usually the Disney Power Rangers showed on Jetix and Disney Afternoons on an actual Disney channel, where it was probably Disney show. Well, I'm gonna put you on the ABC Kids in the Morning show.
Magma, I think we should get back to Mystic Force because we can save that for RPM.
Coming back to Mystic Force. It's coming back to Mystic Force. Me wrong. Okay, it was low for RPM because of that shit. But RPM had a good story. It's like I feel like Mystic Force would have had a better story if they didn't keep swapping out director. Because they had a good story arc for a couple of them, and then he just kind of dropped out.
Yeah.
That's where I was getting to. And with Mystic Force, as always, I'm going to run down the ranges for you guys. As soon as my notebook loads. It's being real slow right now. So, while it's being slow, Eric, talk about your favorite season.
Fuck you. Mystic Force, one of my favorite seasons. I actually favorite not for a couple reasons. One of which is actually has to do with my mother. Because this would have been the last Power Rangers I've actually had seen before her death. And she actually was a bit heavy into magic, so this was kind of a big attachment for that. But also, I do like me. I was a big Magic fan. I still am. But getting to it, the General 5 Rangers, you have Nick being the Red Leader, who is Mystic Force. Mystic Ranger, I mean. Chip, Yellow, Mystic Force, Thunder.
Hold on, I want to stop you because who you said was played by who was Nick Russell in the show. That was his character name. I cannot make this up, guys. Fur-Ass Durrani is his name. I hope I pronounced that right because it is spelled F-I-R, like fire, ass, A-S-S.
R-A-S? What?
Actually, is his legitimate name. He has a weird name.
No comment. No comment.
Eric?
We also have Chip, who is the Yellow Mystic Force Ranger.
Worst Mystic
and he's played by...
Worst Yellow Ranger.
Come on, there is worse Yellow Rangers than him.
Nope.
There are people who will disagree with me.
Nope.
I know it.
There are worse Yellow Rangers than him.
Yeah.
Thank you, Talos. Thank you. But who is Chip played by? He who has a wiki up.
He is played by Nick Sampson. He's actually got a normal sounding name out of all of these.
And I think he actually popped up for a couple other ones doing like voice work for monsters as well.
Yes, he does he pops up in the later Disney seasons and a couple of the Neo Saban eras as voices for monsters.
Yeah. And the Green Mystic Ranger.
And Xander Bly, B-L-Y, that's his last name, is played by Richard Broadcastino.
Broadcastino?
A lot like bronchitis. It sounds like a lot like bronchitis.
Then we have one of my favorite Pink Rangers, Vita, also called V.
Who is played by Angie Diaz. Angie Diaz. So, thumbs up for that one. Good name.
Yeah, another normal name. And we last and a bit of the weakest ones in terms of personality is Madison, the Blue Mystic Force Ranger.
Which is apparently the sister to the Pink Mystic Force Ranger. Because they both share the last name of Raka.
And
And
as
the actress who plays the Blue Mystic Ranger is Malene Vallejo. Vallejo!
and here's the part that screws me over because I always get these two names mixed up. Hopefully I get it right this time. The Sixth Ranger, Solaris Knight himself, is Daggeron? Am I correct with that?
It is Daggeron, and he is played
Yes.
by John Toy.
I always get the two mixed up. I always get Daggeron and Limbo mixed up. I don't know why. That always mixes me up. And he's a damn good mentor for the Mystic Force Rangers, as well as being better than Magic Shine. But continuing with it, Mystic Force takes place in Briarwood, a very obvious magical sounding town. You have Nick being the lone guy who comes in, just drifting through, and they all decide to help an old man go into the woods and find his son. Turns out to be Udana. They'll give him the Mystic Morphers, and their adventure begins. Full of magic, a little bit of dragons, a vampire who, safely, Mystic Force does not turn into two little girls.
Okay. I'm going to stop that Magic Shine reference right there. So, yes. That is Mystic Force. The Megazords were good. Manicore obviously looking the best because, Manicore, come on.
I never Manicore never drew a lot of interest to me. I was always more interested in their two other Zords.
Which is exactly.
You shut the hell up.
You had the Magi Megazord and you have the Manticore Megazord. The
you
two
had
that
the
you
Dragon
remember.
Formation.
No.
Listen, two things. Recently, I got a job, so my brain is fried from 4 p.m. onward, and two, I'm also sick.
So that's basically Mystic Force in a nutshell, guys.
Magic wands, bullshit.
It's
because magic is bullshit.
It's really fairly decent. I would, I recommended watching it like once because if you watch it back any more times than that, there's something wrong with you. No, I'm just kidding. They're all Mystic.
I did that. I've already watched it twice.
But yes, it's a season that I recommend everybody go watch.
It obviously does have some of its low points. I mean, I will say that myself, being a fan.
It gets 2.5 Magma scrolls on the Magma Cleric part.
Really?
That's right. 2.5 Magma scrolls.
So, tell us, anything you want to be salty over involving Mystic Force?
Anything I want to be salty over Mystic Force? No, because I'm salty over the whole goddamn thing. But we ain't gonna talk about that. I'm being good.
We have a cat who's apparently always high, even though his Sentai counterpart was not much better. And the entire team was a whole bunch of idiots where they thought, hey, Smokey turned our food to ash once, but he's going to do it to the entire town. Wait, why would he do that? He has no problem with the entire town.
Wait till the next one, guys.
Anyway,
Gingy can go suck on the longest smoke trail. I don't give a damn.
If you think Gundam is being salty now, wait to the next season. It's Operation Overdrive. Will Gundam finally lose it?
Oh God, no!
I
no
have
God.
to watch that. This will be the
I'm
first
not.
time
Go-
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
have
going.
to watch
I'm not going to be
Overdrive.
on for that one. No, I'm not going to be here for that one. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not going to be here for that one. Hell no. 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 Fuck no. No. Because
That'll be
if
episode
I have to
22.
discuss that trash, if I have to discuss Whew.
Listen, we're gonna have to discuss Operation
Lord,
Overdrive,
man.
Megaforce, and Super Megaforce. We're doing this together because we're gonna have to suffer together.
Okay, so let's get
Wait.
into
Well,
third.
before we go, I do want to say one thing. For as bad as I know you two probably think Mystic Force is, the Dark Wish was probably a really good small arc piece leading
Yeah,
up to their legend mode, as
Yeah,
well as Man's Core Megazord, as we mentioned earlier.
yeah. The Dark Wish was pretty good. You know, I'm gonna give it that. The Dark Wish was a really good story arc, and it brought the legend mode in, and also brought Mana Core. So you know, I had to give it. Yeah, it was a good arch for that story.
And for the most part, I mean, minus the first, or as you know, the middle episode actually was shot without any Sentai scenes at all.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
So that's
Alright,
me,
so-
massaging that.
So, before we move on to the Q&A, we have another third announcement. So you've heard that we're going on iTunes next month. You heard that we're going to have a fan appreciation episode, which is the next one. And then this third one, I want everybody to know this. In August, we will have, because everybody loved our March Megazord, in August, we are going to have the 6th Ranger tournament. The 6th Ranger tournament. And in October, we are having the Villains tournament. That's right. You guys will decide the fate of all these guys.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh no,
yes.
a 6th Ranger tournament. Something goes through my head that I don't want to say because I think I bashed on it enough. So I'm just gonna leave it there.
Alrighty. So Q&A time. And our first question.
Before we go to Q&A time, I'm just going to tell y'all right here, right now. You're going to keep hearing all day, every day for a good while. Titanium power! When this bitch ain't really supposed to exist. God, fuck that bullshit.
Hey. He exists enough, okay?
Alright. So Q&A time. Our first question comes from Justin. Gundam, if you had to choose as your last Megazord to fight an army of supervillains from any Power Ranger season, what would be your last ditch effort? What would be your last Megazord to ride out in battle with?
Last Megazord I'm riding out in battle with that I'm going to fight a whole entire army in. I'm actually going to go out with a bang. I'm gonna go out with Tigerzord. I'm going out with Tigerzord.
Beautiful. Next question. We've already talked about this, guys. Check out, I believe it's episode 15 or 16. He basically asked, oh, no, wait. I am so sorry, dude. He wants to know, series, if we each character, an anime character from anime series, and put them in Power Ranger suits, who would be our Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Pink, and Black Ranger?
So basically, assemble an entire Ranger team from anime characters.
Yes.
Do we? Okay, yeah, okay. And I think this is for all of us.
All of us.
Well, do you want to go first, Magma?
Yeah. My five team of anime rangers would be I would have to have Luffy Ranger. No, Black Ranger. Luffy would be Black Ranger. Um the guy from Fairy Tail, I've been watching it here lately and I can't quite remember his name. He's the main guy from I think his name is Natsu.
Yeah,
It's on
Natsu
Fairy
Dragon.
Tail.
Um yeah. He would be the Red Ranger. Uh Vegeta would be my Blue Ranger. Automage would be my Yellow Ranger. And be my Pink Ranger.
I didn't quite catch who you said be your pink.
Bulma.
Okay.
Alright, what about you guys? Who is your anime Power Ranger character? What anime characters is gonna be your Power Ranger team?
I'm gonna go with this, and for Red Ranger, it's going to be Claire from Claymore. Now let's see. Sadly, anime is not my strong suit, but let's see, who would be blue? I kind of want to throw it to Kite from Dot Hack. Man, this. Rock Lee from Naruto as the Green Ranger. Let's see, I have two more. Vash for the Black Ranger. Now I need
Yellow and pink.
That would bring it to 6 because I have Claire,
Red,
Lee, Kite,
blue, and black. You need yellow and pink. You only have 3 so far.
Huh. Well, for yellow, it's going to be Meryl. Meryl Thompson, I think her last name is, from Trigun. Not sure there's a restriction on having them in the same series or not, but
Who's your pink?
Trying to dig through trying to dig through some of the animes I've seen and actually pick a character I know. And pink. I can't really pick. I think I really think of a good one.
You want to just skip that one?
Just switch it out. I'm going to switch it out. Pink, I'm going to switch out for white, and I'm going to have it be Stein from Soul Eater.
Okay. Gundam, what is your 5 anime character Power Ranger team?
Red Ranger would be Simone the Digger from Gurren Lagann.
What's Red Ranger?
Oh, it's the original Power Rangers team. So, Mighty Morphin. So, Red Ranger would be Simone. Blue Ranger would be I say Blue Ranger actually has to be Goku.
Uh,
Yellow Ranger would be. Yellow Ranger would be. Hmm. Yellow Ranger would be Nami from One Piece. Pink Ranger would have to be. Who would Pink Ranger be? Who would I have Pink Ranger? Um, I'll say Urza from Fairy Tail.
Okay.
Black Ranger would be. Hmm, would be Zoro from One Piece.
Right. That's I fucking love that pick because Zora is like one of my favorite from One Piece.
Yeah, and my Green Ranger actually. My Green Ranger would actually be Ichigo from Bleach.
huh.
Just because I didn't throw a Green Ranger out there, and I think it'd be hilarious and funny as hell to see because it'd be the shortest one there. I would love to see Ed from Full Metal Alchemist be my Green Ranger.
You know, it's kind of bad that like you said shortest one there. I immediately thought of him, just like
All right, our next question is for myself and Gundam because we're the resident Toku heads on here. All right, guys, serious question for a serious fan. He says, Jetman or Five Man? Who's walking
Fuck.
out the victory?
Fuck all.
I would have to go with Five Man because Jetman never really caught my attention. I've watched the entire series, but I didn't think that team could do that well. So I'm going to have to go with Five Man. What about you?
I hate both of these, and y'all know why I hate both of these. But okay, so I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be kosher.
wait, can you refresh our memories because I
yeah,
cannot
man.
remember why you hate them.
Reason being I hate them is because of the mechs. The mechs are garbage. They suck. 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 They suck like ass. They suck straight trash. I'm talking about they blow. They blow harder than a lesbian on the outside trying to look for. Woo! I'm sorry. My bad. It's okay. I apologize. I'm in a rant. I almost said something on the PG rated show. I can't say this tonight. I can't say these things. I don't need nobody coming at us about nothing. It's okay. My bad. However, what I will say is to me, Jetman would come out on top. And the reason being Jetman would come out on top is because Jetman, I just feel like Jetman would. Okay, that's all I have to say on that. We're gonna drop this. We're gonna let Marcus go on about his business and everything else in between. It's all kosher.
I mean, we won't have Gundam raging through Georgia.
All right, this next question is for Gundam, and it comes from her name is Amy. She says she wants a shout out from you. She says she loves this Morphin Time podcast. Thanks a lot for that. And she also loves watching you on Realm Breakers and thinks you are a awesome kick-ass person. But she wants to know, will you ever bring over a topic of Power Rangers that's not the 2017 to Realm Breakers?
Will I ever bring over a topic of Power Rangers to Realm Breakers? Okay. Honestly, no. I don't think I will, and the only reason why I don't think I will is because I don't know. It's just not something that we really are going to be all harping on. and I'm trying to keep it where everybody harps on the subjects. So, like, yeah, if it's not really something that everybody's gonna kind of be able to like chime in on and whatnot, I kind of don't bring those topics up. I'm trying to stick to that because when we first did it, a lot of people, and it wasn't really Power Rangers topic when we first did it. It was like, when I brought topic, and not everybody that's hosting on the podcast could relate to them. So a lot of everybody didn't speak. I'm trying to keep that from happening again. So we're trying. I'm kind of not trying to do that. So I don't think I would. Like, I'll probably bring up some Power Rangers topics, but not anything too far back. Maybe on that end. That's just me. But yeah. Hi, you hear my voice. Thank you. Love you. Thank you for watching us on both episodes. Yay! Yay! Yay!
All right. The next one is Gundam. You're popular today. You're very popular today. The next one is for Gundam again. All right. So who is winning the fight? God, what is with you guys in fights? What is okay? They want to know who's winning the Tommy fight. Green, white, red Turbo, red Zeo, or Dino Thunder Black.
Why y'all keep asking me this bullshit? Every time I hear, all I hear is fanboys. All I hear is fanboy.
Can I make just a kind of a guess at who it would be?
Make a guess.
Red Zeo.
No.
Okay.
No, the only reason why I'm not choosing Red Zeo is because Red Zeo hasn't been fleshed out enough. So no,
right,
I don't really want Red Zero like that. Like, to me, who would win in the fight? It would have to actually be. To me, it would be Black Dino Thunder. That's what.
Didn't think you'd go with that one.
So you heard him, guys. Black Dino Thunder. We're gonna answer a couple more questions.
Skip me, Jesus. Skip me, please. Because if somebody else asks me something, I'm gonna go ballistic. Don't ask me. Don't ask me nothing. Ask me nothing.
This is from your fan.
Listen here, my fan base. If you ask me some of the most dumbest shit one more time, I swear to God, you will catch my wrath.
Don't die.
You, in the words of some of my friends, you're gonna die today, big fella. You're gonna die.
All right. When are we going? This is for everybody here. And then we'll answer two more after this. When are we going to get another Kamen Rider solo podcast where it was Kamen Rider only? The question continues. The last one we had was with Zion, and you guys went up with you guys were with Toku Nation. When will we get another Kamen Rider heavy podcast episode?
I mean, it is doable. I mean, I'm getting more Kamen Rider graded on Xaid, but I have been getting into that. Both Magma and Talos are into Kamen Rider.
Yeah, because we don't want to enrage Gundam anymore, but I'm going to skip his that because his question continues. It was like a two-part question. It was weird. I'm sorry, not weird, dude. You're cool with me. I'm going to say it anyways because it's all everywhere. What Kamen Rider do you want Saban to adapt for Americans?
None. Fuck that bullshit. Saban better not ever catch another Kamen Rider at all. If Saban ever was to adapt another Kamen Rider and bring it over here, I would go to Saban personally. And I don't speak for this podcast, Saban. So yes, you can target me all you want to. But here's the thing: I would come to you and blow you the fuck up. I would send you off the map personally. Don't ever in your life do that again. Y'all fucked it up.
Well, if they give it to a better director or not Saban or or if Saban gets it, do it better than you did Super Mega Force. I'd like to see a decade brought over here.
Which one?
Decade. I would like to see decade brought over. But if you're gonna make it American, decade belongs on Saturday Night Toonami.
Yeah.
If you bring it over, make it an adult. It is a dick. A straight up. There's no around it. He's right there in your face. Make it an Adult Swim show.
Well, a Toonami Adult Swim show.
Yeah, I know, Saban, you've produced music for a couple of American adaptations of anime. So why not do that? Put it on Toonami. If you want to put American actors in there, make sure your show is adult. Not bring a decade over and for it not to be an adult. And that's what I had to say about that, because Saban, your last two attempts to bring a Kamen Rider over
failed horribly, miserably, fucked up.
All right, our last two questions. One is for Eric, the Wild Red Ranger. Out of the animal-based themed Rangers, who had the better team? Wild Force or Jungle Fury? Who's better organized as a team?
I have to give it to Jungle Fury. I mean, I like Wild Force, but as I've mentioned multiple times, there's not a lot of character development. Jungle Fury was a better team. You had time for each of the characters to develop. You had interesting characters between all of them, though I would have liked Theo using his flying powers a bit more. One time and they're gone. And also, Jungle Fury had a nice mentor who became a badass. He was, I think, one of the few ones who, deny he took a couple hits, but still he was a mentor. He was laid back, and he actually, if I'm correct, developed a lot of the stuff that they used. I mean, he made the cannon, and I think he even made the morpher for the Rhino Ranger. So, I mean, yeah, I think out of the animal teams, Jungle Fury's the better team.
All right, last question, and it goes to Gundam.
Here we go.
And she actually writes, "Dear Talos Gundam, my question is, who, if you got to choose to cast the Green Ranger in the next Power Ranger movie that's coming out, who do you cast to be Tommy Oliver?"
Trick question. That movie is not coming out. They already said there's no budget for it. But anyway, I'm sorry, I had to bust a few bubbles. But anyway, the thing that the person I would probably say, actually no, I honestly don't keep up with actors, actresses, or anybody of that nature, for that matter. And to be honest with you, I don't have anybody who I would really want to see as Tommy Oliver or a young Tommy Oliver. Like, I can't do, I wouldn't be able to do, Jason David Frank. So no. So yeah, nah, I don't really have anybody in mind. I don't really keep up with actors, of that nature. And so nah. That's a question I can't answer. I do apologize, however. I'm in a rampaging mode. No, I'm lying. I'm sorry. I don't apologize. I'm telling y'all like it is. Yeah. But okay. Go ahead. Somebody else that want to answer the question can answer the question if they like. Who y'all want to see? You know, who y'all want to see? Because to be honest with you, I have nobody.
I don't have anybody either.
I don't either. I mean, I don't keep up with actors, but it's also part of. It's half of the actor. Well, not half. It's part on the actor, part on the director, and you can't just. There is. It could be equally as bad to. Well, you can have a good actor and still have it turn out shit. I mean, I'm not searching myself. Just that's how it is.
Alrighty, guys, that will wrap up Q&A. I hope you guys enjoy it. Gundam fans definitely enjoyed seeing him blow up at their questions. This podcast has been brought to you by Zion, the Paradise for Gamers, Geeks, and Nerds, Epicon 2017, Nightmare Inc., Marketing and Events, and also T Public, where you can go get our T-shirts right now as we speak. One more thing. Episode 1 of Star Blazer is coming out, guys. Please stop asking me all these questions about it. I'm literally to the point. I hate to be this negative. I am literally to the point where I would literally just put it out as is, because you guys have repeatedly asked me where Kamen Rider Star Blazer is, our very first movie episode. I'm literally to the point, if you guys keep asking me, I'm going to give you the shit. Kamen Rider Star Blazer. We are working
And you don't want that, guys.
working very hard, guys, to get you that product out. It's taking some time. Everybody's got personal lives.
Why
For the
is
love
he
of God,
up a fight?
when Star Blazer Episode 1 is coming out. It comes out, and it's going to be coming out soon. So please stop asking where it is. Be mean, and I hate to be negative towards you guys because I love our face, but you guys are being repetitive about asking where Star Blazer is. Episode 1. We know we told you guys that it was going to be out last month.
And things have happened that have delayed that release. It happens.
Yes. So please stop asking where it's at. We are trying to give you the best. To the point where if you guys keep asking, I'm just going to go ahead and upload the one without the edits, without the special effects that we just put back in there, and everything to you guys, because I'm so sick of hearing about it. I'm sorry to be like that, but I know we told you guys one thing. Shit happens. But as always, guys, I'm the host with the most.
As always, I am your friendly neighborhood admin, aka Talos Gundam. You know, the true host. You know, while other folks compensate, trying to compensate for shit. But anyway, yeah. You know, I'm the true host. You know, go ahead.
I am Eric, the Wild Red Ranger, with a small PSA. Do not overdose on cough syrup. It is terrible.
And it's back to action, and may the power protect you.